July 29th. So recently, our mayor has decided that it would be a smart idea to reopen schools and do a hybrid learning plan for students to safely return in the fall. My mom says she has got to do better than what she's doing. I mean, you're sending kids to a place you cannot in any way, shape, or form social distance and expecting everything to be okay. Look, I never thought I'd be living through a pandemic. Hell, I barely knew Ebola was a thing when it was out. This pandemic has turned everyone's lives upside down. My senior friends that graduate this year can have their send-offs or their proms or their graduations. I couldn't see my best friend for months. And even though I'm a homebody by nature, self-isolation did a number on my mentality because my only escape from my toxic household was school. I felt like I was going out of my mind. At least with virtual learning, I have something to do, so I never take that for granted. And like I'm a senior in high school now, I can't anything distract me from trying to graduate. But virtually, I have no other options because I sure as hell am not going back to school with Corona prancing around like she owns the place. It's sad that we have to miss out on in-person learning, but when your health is on the line, what more can you do? And for me, that means staying inside as much as possible and learning online. Things may be slowed down, but I'd rather have to play catch up on a laptop than fighting for my life in someone's hospital bed, which 9 times out of 10 won't even give a fuck about me because I'm a black girl from the south side of Chicago. This back to school plan is straight bullshit. There's no way it will work. Kids will not keep their mask on, especially the little ones, and they sure as hell won't social distance, especially the little ones who love to touch anything and everything they see, put it in their mouths, rub it on their face. Look, the hard truth, you let these kids in those schools and then more than half of them will be dead before the semester's over. This shit's even harder for kids who look like me. Some of them don't have Wi-Fi at home. Some don't have laptops. Some have huge families so they can't concentrate. Some have toxic environments that they live in. Some don't even have a place to call home. And I bet y'all didn't think about that when you were putting together this plan. See, you always think about solutions for the present and not the future. Instead of trying to rush us back into a place you know that's gonna probably kill us, maybe you should try and accommodate us from home. Keep us at home so that we can minimize the spread of this sickness as much as possible because that's the only way it's gonna die down. Look, I know so many CPS communities who do not agree with this back to school plan, and as communities, we need to stand up for what happens to us and our kids because these city officials certainly aren't trying to put us on the right path. If anything, they're just continuing the school to prison pipeline that has been targeted to our black and brown communities for years. And that doesn't stop just because we're out of a school building. I pray that when COVID is over, people like me get some kind of therapy to deal with all this bullshit because having to sacrifice your very sanity to get a piece of paper that says you passed general education, it's serious bullshit. But then again, who's to care about a couple of troubled black and brown kids from the south side of Chicago? To all the mayors and leaders of the many U.S. cities and towns, and to the leaders of our so-called nation, I think it's time you need to check yourself. Because if more than 5 people have to tell you something's wrong with you, you need to reevaluate your efforts so that the sixth person doesn't have to.